You're listening to Into the Smoke, hosted by Patrick Harmon. Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Patrick here, and today we are going to be talking about Into the Smoke. What's up? So what's up, guys? It is a very weird episode this week. We're going to be talking about Daytona, the first race of the season. We're going to be talking about Atlanta. We're going to be talking about the stages, and we're going to be having a few KB moments, Kyle Busch moments. Well, let's get into it. Why don't we talk about Daytona? Well, let's talk about Daytona first. Kurt Busch. Kurt Busch gets his Daytona win. First for his crew chief. His 29th win. It's pretty good. I was pretty happy for it. I'm a big, if you guys are a very well-known person of me, you know that I'm a very how do you put it? A very I like Stewart-Haas racing a lot, and them switching to Ford didn't deter me away from SHR any bit. I'm not a person that is going to be against Ford or Chevy. I'm against Toyota, but I am not against Ford or Chevy. Staying on those same terms, SHR has had a very rough start, and I don't think I'm going to be putting that on the whole Ford taking over either. If you look at it, we have at the SHR, at least, all the other drivers at Daytona were all out of the top 20. And then at Atlanta, they're all out of the top 20 as well. Or they were all in the top 20. So it's kind of weird. We're only in a few races, but guess what? We'll find out when we have a few more races, I guess, to get a better I guess more check into the things. Get a better a wide range of data, I guess. Be more technical about it. And then at Vegas, only Clint got the top 20, and the rest got in past the top 20, including a few I don't know. I haven't looked at the new rules yet. I believe that those are DNFs though still, due to an engine failure with Danica and another failure with Kevin Harvick. So going in with those few points about the stages. What about those stages at Daytona? That Xfinity race was pretty long due to the stages. Oh my gosh, how many wrecks were there? And they were all around the last. They were all around because everybody knew they were keeping their cars ready for that last race, because you don't really care too much about winning those two stages. You want to keep your car. It's still about winning the race, but it still puts emphasis on winning. So I don't like them so far, but I see where NASCAR is coming from in the whole realm of things. One, it's about ratings, and I think that's the only thing I think that's the only thing that NASCAR is looking into that the most. It's getting them ratings. It's like, oh, who's going to win the race? Who's going to wreck? Who's going to do this? Who's going to do that? But, oh my gosh, there were so many wrecks at Daytona, and it slowed down. It slowed down a lot when they came to Atlanta and Vegas, but we'll find out in Arizona next week. And a couple more races, we're going to spring in Bama, or no, not Bama. Yeah, Bama. Pretty soon. So yeah. But what do you guys think about these stages? Do you like them? Do you think do you think it's gonna go in your driver's favor when they go to the chase, or do you think it's just that? Do you think they should just go back to, or do you, or we'll go back to the old-fashioned question: do you think they should go to the old ways back when they just raced until just raced throughout the season and kept their points? But yeah, I feel like that's the old-fashioned question. So moving on, the KB moment, the minute, KB minute, Kyle Busch minute. Sit back and relax, because the show starts now. That's what I feel like. The show really starts now. This section's called Atlanta Win-Loss. At Atlanta, post-race inspection, his Xfinity car, by the way, not his Cup car, but his Xfinity car, failed post-race inspection due to front end height. His front end height was too low, and when he was in post-race media, he was telling a media affiliate that he was thinking he was too high, which was kind of funny. Not, he didn't say too high, but he thought he was thinking he would be at higher than normal. How I put it was higher than normal, which you would think that you would basically get a penalty either way. So why would you be saying that? Maybe it's not as high as penalty, but why would you be like saying, "Oh, I'm higher than normal"? So so guess what? He got an L1 penalty. A couple other people that week at Atlanta also got an L1 penalty, both in the all I think in all series got an L1 penalty. At least one driver got an L1 penalty. L1 penalty, and this is my favorite one because we didn't. I don't even. I think I would have to look back, but I don't think we ever got an L1 penalty last year. And guess what? Guess who got the most post-race failures and Xfinities? I felt like every other week I was listening, and Xfinity driver in the Xfinity series, Kyle Busch failed post-race inspection. Oh, guess what? He won the race. Seriously? He won an Xfinity race. Failed post-race inspection. But he kept his win. So I don't understand too much about that. So what's going on here? But he finally got an L1 penalty for it. I believe most of those were LIS, which are laser inspections, which NASCAR supposedly does these post-race inspections with LIS, and I believe LIS is either not used anymore or people aren't failing them anymore, but people are trying to get around them. So his loss was taken away, so he didn't win the race. The driver, I believe it was either Logano or Keselowski, was right behind him in second place. So basically, he won. They won, either Keselowski or Logano. And we'll go back to Logano in a second. But JGR also lost owner points in the Xfinity race, and we'll go back to JGR in a second too. And it's the second point in the KB moment, the minute, is the Las Vegas scuffle. So, if you didn't watch the race, This won't make any sense to you. And if you didn't watch the end of the race and the end of the race, uh, camera angles, all the camera angles, this probably will not make any sense to you also. So probably go on NASCAR's website and try to watch all the angles of the last um, last race pass between um, Kyle Busch, Logano, and Truex Jr. and Keselowski. I think I didn't say that. So Kyle Busch, Logano, Keselowski, and Truex Jr. And Truex Jr. won the race. And this is what, and we're going to do some backstory on this basically. We're about, I think we're about 2 to go. 2 or 1 to go. Maybe we got the white flag. I don't think we were. I think we were about to get the white flag, and somebody was behind Keselowski, and I believe it was I believe it was Truex Jr. Truex Jr. was originally behind Keselowski, and don't quote me on this. Please watch the video before you watch this, or pause this and watch a couple angles of this video. But we're going to go past that point. And basically, Truex Jr. is already up front. He's ready to go. He's already got the checkered flag in his eyes. He's got checkered eyes, basically. I don't know, whatever drivers call it when you won the race. And Keselowski basically had a failure. He had a major failure, and he doesn't know what it was, but it was a major failure. So, what happened was Kyle Busch was coming up on him, and Logano was on his driver door, basically on his left rear quarter panel, and so Logano was on Keselowski's left rear quarter panel, and Kyle Busch was right on his rear end, and he was just going and Keselowski was still trying to save the car. He was still trying to save it, and Logano was also trying to save it. And he was like, I'm trying to win it. I'm just trying to just get a good place to finish car. And Kyle Busch, and you won't see this from a front end. I know at least the front end picture doesn't show this, but the rear end kind of showing it from either from the infield or from the maybe the overhead camera, but you can clearly see, and this is going to be a very maybe people I'll make some people mad, but you can clearly see Kyle Busch go from right behind Keselowski to whip his car around Keselowski, ram Logano with his left rear quarter panel and tire, and you can see him ram his car, and boom, you could see that. So what happened was Logano didn't like that, and I'm not gonna say that Logano had I'm not gonna say Logano. I'm not going to say what Logano did or say, but this is what I felt what Logano did. Logano basically said, well, that's not right. You should have either tried to pass him correct, you should have done it the right way, or you shouldn't have passed him at all, not try to hit me. So Logano, being not hot-headed, not by any means, that's not being hot-headed, by just simply showing who's boss on the track. By just he whacked him on the side, and he pushed his Kyle Busch's car went all the way to the all like that. This was checkered flag lap. This was everybody's going by, and Kyle Busch just and I think he ended up finishing 22nd. I heard, and he how he finished it was going through pit road, and his car was sliding by. Um, and I just thought that was just uncalled for. Kyle Busch just shouldn't have done that. And what he does this all the time too. Like he gets so mad about people treating him bad on the track, but then he doesn't realize what he does. He did that. He did that to himself. And if you even see, there's a couple pictures of his car. You can even see what happened. He did that to himself. You can see it, like if you try to like possibly pause the video, you can actually see his left rear quarter panel of Kyle Busch's car like damaged. His tires all rubbed off, possibly some rubbers like frayed off and all that stuff. You can see that on his car, and that's where he hit, like where he originally hit Logano. That's where he originally hit Logano. Logano, I don't even. I think if Logano couldn't have whacked him that hard on his all the way up on his front quarter panel, all the way up that high on his quarter panel, and still been able to drive. Because Logano was driving, he was still going around the track. And if you saw at, I'm trying to think what track that was, but if you see at any track, and you try to like push somebody that far up on the car, you're not going to be able to go anywhere. I believe that was in Daytona actually, the Xfinity race. Somebody was being stupid, and they were trying to they were going kind of like driving down, and they actually hit all the way up on the quarter panel, all the way up on the tire, like through the tire. He couldn't have done that much damage just by clipping him on his like his bumper maybe, and pushing him off. So it was Kyle Busch's fault, and he will, if Kyle Busch does any retaliation whatsoever, Logano will not take that. He's definitely not gonna take that. But yeah, definitely watch that replay of that, because it's something to watch, because you can see where Kyle Busch just rams him basically. And if it was me, I would have probably either backed off a little bit if Keselowski went around him, got behind, maybe got around Keselowski a little bit and done something. But I'm not a race car driver, so I don't know too much about racing. But I know I've seen enough racing on TV, but I don't know much about racing in general. But yeah. But yeah, definitely watch that replay. But it definitely looks like Kyle Busch gets rammed. But I feel bad for Keselowski, because Keselowski thinks he actually caused that, and I'm like, dude, you didn't do it. Like you didn't do any of that, dude. Like I don't know. Like you didn't do any of that. That was all Kyle Busch's fault. Like if anything, I would feel bad for Logano. I feel bad for Logano for just feel bad for him. But you didn't cause any of that. That was totally Kyle Busch's fault. But yeah, what do you guys think? watch the replay and see what you guys think. Was it Kyle Busch's fault? Was it Logano's fault? Was it anybody's fault? And then watch the fight. What I think, Kyle Busch just wanted to keep on fighting. He was trying to punch the officials. He was trying to wiggle them out, but whatever. but that's it for the Kyle Busch moment. Brought to you by water. Because Kyle Busch needs some water after fighting, making that little scuffle. But anyway, guys, last little bit of news. I just heard today, I think it came out March 8th, but I just found out today there's a few Hall of Fame nominees. There is Joe Gibbs. Like I said, Joe Gibbs was back up in where in the Kyle Busch minute, and he's in the Hall of Fame nominees. I guess. Roger Penske, Bobby Labonte, and or I should say, the late Davey Allison, who passed away in 1993, and then Red Farmer. Supposedly he has raced for a very long time, and now he races on local short tracks at the age of 80. So I definitely think that Roger Penske should be one of the inductees because he's such a like he owns a he works in IndyCar racing, and he just owns so much, and he just does so much and stuff like that. But that Red Farmer guy still races at age 80. I think you would probably be a Hall of Famer of anything if you're doing anything at age 80 and you're racing at local tracks. But anyway, guys, that is going to do it for this episode of Into the Smoke. If you have any questions, shoot us a line or contact us. All the information will be below in our description. And the question of the day, the QOTD, I abbreviated that, it looks so weird. The big question of the day, this is I was trying to think of this today, and I'm like, should NASCAR regulate fights, or should it be an all-out brawl, or something in between? That is the big question of the day. The comments can be left below using down below, or use the hashtag question of the day, the QOTD. Email them to us or anything else, and use our app. And I will be creating a new Facebook page. Our Facebook page is already in use, and I'll be creating a Twitter page for us as well. So until next time, guys, stay out of the smoke, be safe, and if you're a race car driver, stay away from Kyle Busch because he might wreck you. See you guys in the next one.